NATAL Jamaican, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm just gonna get straight into it. This video is about 10 tips for making money in the strip club. And alright, so tip number 1. Don't assume that someone has money or they don't have money. When you're in the club, just remember that you're there to work a job and you're there to make money. So, and this also falls within, like, don't judge people. Like, don't judge and think, oh, this nigga don't got no money, so I ain't gonna walk up to him. Oh, he ain't cute enough, so I ain't gonna walk up to him. Like, girl, don't you know the ugliest niggas is the ones that need something to prove? So they gonna be the ones with the money, okay? So that's tip number 1. Don't judge and assume that they got money or not. Be a boss, walk up in there, approach everyone as nice as you can. You know, if you're with someone right there and he says no, then you just go to someone else. Keep it pushing. Next tip kind of ties into number 1, but it's approach as many people as you can. Even if yeah, just try and approach as many people as you can, because even if they say no to a lap dance on the floor, when you're walking around, maybe when you get on stage and you talk to them, sometimes you don't even gotta go up to them and be like, oh, you wanna dance? Don't do that, because it kind of makes you look insecure. So just, if you really want to dance and you're like, bruh, I've been here for super long, I need to get some bread, like, you gotta do the walk up and twerk. I'm sorry, but you got to. And I learned that being in Miami. A lot of cities don't do that shit, but in Miami, we go get to the bag, okay? It's just how it is. Like, but try to approach as many people as you can, because whether or not, like, you just want to create that vibe that you're an entertainer, you're there for them to have fun, you know, and you never know if they're gonna come back to the club or what. Yeah, you never know who's who in the club, especially if you're new. Like, I've been realizing there are certain customers that are just there for the food or just there to go to the bar and kick it, but they're not looking for dances. Like, they don't got time for that. And then there's other customers that's never been to the club, never been in the atmosphere, so you gotta kind of show them how it's done and all that, you know. So don't assume and don't be afraid to just approach anybody that you fucking can. Tip number 3, always smile. I was trying to show you my tattoo, but it says smile. Anyways, always smile. Sometimes you want to look kind of like, you want to have a kind of resting bitch face look, but the reason why I say always smile is because you want to give the impression that you're approachable, or that you're approachable, or that you're having fun. So always smile. And that's just an advice even outside the club. Like, just smile. That's literally why I have the ink on my hand. Like, it's healthy to smile. It makes you feel better. So just always smile, always have a good, you know, attitude. Don't be like one of those gullible bitches that's just like ditzy and always don't do that. I ain't telling you to do that, but do have a welcoming aura. Tip number 4, dance more sensual than fast. I had to learn this the hard way because I have a lot of fire in me. So I like to move really fast. I like to dance really fast. I like to twerk really fast, all that. But what I've learned is you have to be a little bit more slower, more like a fantasy, more like a dream. It's not about how fast you can dance or none of that. It's really not, and it's a sad reality, but it's true. Like, guys like women that dance slow because it's more sexy. So if you want to get tipped, especially on stage, I say dance slower. Like, don't be dancing super fast and doing the most. I've done that and it's not been good. But usually when I understand something, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this wrong. Like, I switch it up real fast and I can try to correct my mistakes. But yeah, just be more sexy, be more sensual, you know, like make love to yourself, I guess, in a slow way. Unless it's a twerk song, of course, and it's fast, but if you can like still like make it sensual and slower, it's even better. Trust me. Tip number 5, outfits. Always invest in outfits. They're an investment. So it's something that's gonna, an investment is something you spend money on that's gonna make you more money. So if you get good outfits, good costumes, you would be okay, because the better you look, you know, sex sells, high prices, you live in life in lights and bars. That's me. But now, like, in the strip club, it's about sex appeal and, you know, sex selling. So you have to use that to your advantage and understand that. So invest in good outfits, and the better you look, the more money you make. I know there's outfits that have like Givenchy patterns, Gucci patterns on them. You look more expensive if you wear that shit. So invest in it, bitch. Tip number 6, don't waste your time. If you walk up to somebody, you approach them, and they not trying to get a dance, move on to the next dude, and don't feel like a hoe or feel like bad because, oh, I have to walk away and I don't want to go to this other guy. Like, girl, who cares? Like, if the nigga ain't tipping, get the dipping. The fuck? Tip number 7 kind of falls in line with the last one. Don't get too emotional. Like, don't let none of the strippers see you cry. Don't let no one on the floor see you cry. If you're embarrassed, if you're on the stage and no one's tipping you, walk off that stage with your head held fucking high. Don't, like, that's happened to me. That's happened to every stripper, even the best of them. Like, you could be on stage and not get tipped. So you just have to walk off the stage like it didn't bother you, even though you know it did. But you don't want to give no one the satisfaction of being like, ha ha ha, that dumb bitch. Or, you know, like, and it's for you. Like, if you walk off the stage still knowing you're the baddest bitch, and say a guy or a girl is on stage and they were watching you dance but they didn't come up and tip, and if you walk off that stage still knowing you're the baddest, like, they're gonna respect that much more. And if you approach them to get a dance with them, they'll be more willing to tip. So don't ever look embarrassed or feel like, damn. Like, when you're on stage, just feel like you're in your own world. Don't try and come off as if you're trying to get money from a specific group of people. Like, just be in your own world and people will fuck with you, you know? Like, oh, she ain't really worried about us, but, you know, like, play the field. Like, just strategize. Like, there's a way to do it, but don't ever come off the stage if you didn't get tipped looking mad or embarrassed. Like, don't do that. It's not worth it, and it fucks up the aura, and it's just not worth it, because you never know who's watching. Tip number 8. Be okay with looking stupid. Like, if you approach somebody and you want to get a dance and they're like, no, and you get completely embarrassed, like, you have to be okay with that. Like, you have to be okay with understanding you're in an environment where you're loose and you're naked and everything's up in front, all on a table. Like, you will get embarrassed. There will be times that you are walking and you slip in your fucking heel. That shit happens a lot. Like, there's times when you're dancing on stage and you slip, or like your ankles twinkle a little bit and you're like, oh shit, bitch. You gotta make the shit look cute and just be okay that you got embarrassed. Like, that's happened to me. And like, say I'm dancing on the stage and like my ankles twitch, I just get up and I'm like, wow. And I just do something with my legs so it looks like, you know, like, don't get embarrassed. Like, just understand that that comes with being a stripper. You gonna have to get embarrassed, whether someone says something rude in front of other people, or someone escorts you out their VIP section. Like, shit happens. Like, strippers deal with a lot. So just, if you want to do that, if that's the life you want to live, like, you gotta be okay with being embarrassed. Like, the fuck. Or don't do it. Tip number 9, make friends with the bartenders and strippers. Yeah, but only inside the club. Like, unless it benefits you to carry that relationship outside the club. It's like, say you guys are in the same business and you guys want to build something, you know, or have an idea, then cool. But just make sure that whatever club you work at, you're cool with the bartenders and the strippers, because you don't have to, but it's just better. Because say some of those dancers been working there for a while, or some of those bartenders been working there a while, if a customer sees that you get along with them, especially a customer that's been there for a long time, sees that you get along with this girl, you know, you'll be able to fit in a little bit more or get tips a little bit more. And bartenders now are taking all the tips from the strippers, so it's like, I don't want to be fake, but it's like, it's not really being fake, because I admire these women regardless, but it's keep your friends close and your enemies closer kind of thing. It's not that. In the stripper world, bartenders are the strippers' enemies in the club, because they get tipped too, and so do the dancers. So you just have to understand how to balance that relationship out and make it into a positive and more genuine one. I'm not supporting being someone's friend that you don't like, or being someone's friend that's rude, because I met plenty of rude ass bartenders that I would never be friends with inside the club, let alone outside the club. So it's just being cordial, you know, like, hey girl, like, you know, like, just being cordial. Like, don't think you're better than nobody, or don't think other people are better than you. Just go in there with a free and open vibe. Okay, tip number 10, have fun and control your alcohol. Now, this is the most important tip to me, because I have social anxiety. So I have to drink when I go to the club, or else I'm not going to approach nobody. And you make most of your money by approaching people. You're not going to make money if you just sit there and wait for someone to think you're cute for them to give you a dance. Like, it's not. It's happened to me. Like, people, I've just been sitting there and people come up to me and be like, oh, can I get a dance? But that's just luck. Don't expect that to happen. Like, you're at a job, you're grinding, and it's a hustle. So have fun, control your alcohol. You're in that environment, and this is not for everybody. There's people that can go to the club and are already social, so they don't have to drink to be social, but some people do. So you have to control how much you drink, so that you can still be focused and alert to make money, and to also go up to other people and dance and do all that and not look stupid. Because if you throw up on the floor, it's a wrap. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, the strippers are gonna talk shit, the bartenders, the manager. Like, you don't need that. So just keep yourselves together, control your alcohol, and you should be good. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bonus tip. Another tip, don't ever talk about like personal things with a customer. Like, don't ever break the fantasy, is what I'm trying to say. Like, people come there to experience a fantasy, whether they know it or not. So don't talk about wives. Don't. I'm telling you, it'll fuck up your bread. Because once you bring up someone's wife in the club, or are you married? Like, it's like, you break the fantasy. You kind of remind them that after this, that they have something else to go back home to. And guys get tired of being married to someone for a long time. Not all guys, definitely not all guys, but the guys that are in the club, they're looking to get away, you know? So feed into that, and don't bring that up at all. Don't bring that up. Don't bring up girlfriends. Just leave all that personal relationship outside the club. Like, let that person think you're his girl for the night, basically, and you'll get all the wines, bitch. So that's pretty much what I have for this video. If you guys like this series, my stripper series, don't forget to suggest other things that you want to know about, and like the video, share the video, subscribe, make sure you have the notifications turned on for this channel, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Peace.